Do you ever eat fish? Do you wonder if it's safe? I mean, we hear so many things about different foods, and it gets to the point where, sometimes people say, why bother? Why bother eating anything? Or forget trying to eat healthy because there's something wrong with everything. And I understand how that frustration can occur, but we do still have to be diligent if we want to enjoy good health. And so I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about fish, because I've been expanding my horizons just a little bit when it comes to fish, so let's discuss it. First of all, you've heard about mercury in fish. Is that really a thing that you have to be concerned about? It really is. So and this is going back many years now. I remember first hearing quite a while ago that pregnant women shouldn't be eating tuna, but it was okay for everybody else. I was like, that doesn't sound right. So we've known about mercury, and the way most of mercury is produced in this country is from fossil fuels, also from medical and municipal waste. And what happens, it gets in the air, it gets in the water, and then microorganisms and bacteria turn it into methyl mercury, so that's the bad mercury, and then it gets absorbed into the fish, they consume it, and the longer the fish live, the more mercury they have. So your big fish, I'm going to give you the worst fish that are highest in mercury, king mackerel. Now, let me just stop myself for a second, because I'm going to be giving you the very best and the very worst, and I have a whole blog on this, so you can have not only the very best, but the moderate, and then the moderately bad and the absolute worst. But I think everything other than the best you should avoid. So mackerel is on the best, but king mackerel is on the worst. So just realize that you have to kind of maybe just put it in your phone so you can refer to it when you're either out eating fish or going to purchase fish. So king mackerel, marlin, shark, swordfish, orange roughy, I have a little list here, tuna, bluefish, grouper, I said swordfish. So those are the worst. These are big fish. They have a lot of opportunity to absorb all this mercury, and hence the problem. Now, what are the very best? Some little fish like anchovies and sardines and herring, but also catfish from the US. Apparently outside the US, not so good. When it comes to salmon, you want wild-caught Alaskan salmon. So I'm in California, so it's easy for me to remember. Pacific salmon. The Atlantic salmon is not good. So the wild-caught Alaskan is what you're going for. What else? Oysters, sardines, I think I said, and then mackerel. Remember I mentioned that, but North Atlantic mackerel. So it really depends where these fish are coming from. So not the king mackerel, but the mackerel that's from the North Atlantic. And when you're purchasing, they're very good about knowing where the fish came from, so that's not too difficult. At a restaurant, they usually know as well, especially if it's a fish house. All right, so we have our good and our bad. Now, me as somebody who's very strongly plant-based, why am I talking about animals at all? Well, it was actually Dr. Longo's research on longevity that got me thinking about it a little bit. And when he was evaluating centenarians, or the people in the world that live the longest into the century plus mark, he found that they ate very small amounts of animal protein, typically fish. That was the most common, and it was anywhere from once a month to once a week. So the recommendation he gives is once or twice a week. I think once a week should be fine for most. Also, as we get older, our protein needs go up. And then also, and this is the big one, is that being plant-based, you can absolutely do that healthfully, but you have to work at it, because B12 is not found in any plant sources. Now, supplementing B12 couldn't be easier. There's a liquid sublingual that you can take once or twice a week. About 2,000 micrograms is what you need. B12 is pretty. It's a pink liquid, and it's a little sweet. Naturally, nothing's added to it. It's just the way it is. So even if you're getting a B12 shot, if you look at the liquid in the syringe, it's pink. So that's just the natural color, and when you eat it, it's a little sweet. So couldn't be simpler to do that. The other thing is DHA, so those are from part of an omega-3 fatty acid, and it's very important for cognitive health, for your brain, and you need to get that. And as a plant-based person, you're either taking an algae gel cap that I recommend for my patients, or you're eating some fish to get enough. Also, let's not forget about vitamin D because it's so important, and that has nothing to do with whether you're plant-based or not, but certainly an important nutrient to make sure you're getting enough of. Okay, so that's D3. What else did I want to review with you? If you're a staunch plant-based person, don't get upset. You can definitely be doing this well if you're really responsible. It's just that as we've been working more and more with patients, we're finding based on lifestyle and travel, and if you're only focusing on plant-based, sometimes to the degree that you're just really not getting enough protein, that's going to catch up with you over time, and I just want to make sure that doesn't happen. So it's not mandatory, but if you feel that, wow, sometimes I look back on the last 3-4 days and my protein content really was insufficient, then this might be something that you should look at. I know for me, as a woman who's kind of slight, I'm small boned, it's pretty easy for me to eat very, very healthfully, but miss out on some protein unless I'm augmenting with a protein powder, or I'm really getting quite a bit of tofu. Beans, you have to eat a lot of beans to get enough protein, so you can definitely do it, but it's not effortless. So you can decide based on how you feel and your lifestyle whether having fish once or maximally twice a week makes sense, but if you're going to do that, do it sensibly and choose the best fish, not the ones high in mercury. Okay, I'm looking at my notes really quickly. That was it. That was what I wanted to share with you. Hopefully you found this informative, and let me know how your health is. That's ultimately the only reason I'm here, is I am desirous of making this planet, this country, we'll start off with the US, a lot healthier than it is. And if you're not enjoying the health that you want to enjoy, please reach out, give me a call. We offer free phone consultations. If you're local, you can come in, but if you're long distance, phone works just great. And give me a call at 408-733-0400. I look forward to helping you. I'll see you soon, and please share this video with others and subscribe to the channel. I love hearing from you.